Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. Benalmádena is a multicultural municipality with educational centers from different nationalities. This week, the Norwegian School organized their opening ceremony with the presence of Víctor Navas.
The mayor of Benalmádena and foreign residents councilman Víctor Navas participated this week in the opening ceremony of the school year at Norwegian School. On Wednesday, they celebrate a welcome party for parents and students where they had the opportunity to meet the teachers and the facilities, an ideal event for the kids that get to know everyone before their first day of school, and for the parents that they have some time to speak with the teachers and amongst themselves. The mayor highlighted that Benalmádena's educational offer for foreign residents is complemented by educational centers from different nationalities. This Norwegian school welcomes 140 students this year, thus reaching the quota of its capacity, and today we are here to know another way of teaching and understanding education. The presence of this school in Benalmádena facilitates that the Norwegian community is one of the largest in the municipality with a total of 403 registered. Benalmádena once again demonstrates that it is one of the most interesting cities for attracting investment and for settling down to live. We have a Danish school, a recently opened Chinese school, a British school, and an international school. Quite a wide offer for our growing foreign community. Navas took advantage of the visit to hold a meeting with Norwegian residents and explain the benefits of being registered in the municipality, ranging from tax rebates to discounts on municipal activities and courses, as well as moving forward so that Benalmádena is finally declared a municipality of large population to exceed 75,000 registered inhabitants.
We live in one of the municipalities in Málaga that registers less unemployment, according to the latest employment data released by the INE, which shows the lowest unemployment rate since 2006, with less than 5,000 unemployed.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, offered a press conference last week to highlight the latest data on employment and occupation. Benalmádena is among the 5 municipalities of more than 40,000 inhabitants in the province with the lowest unemployment rate, along with Marbella, Estepona, Rincón de la Victoria and Fuengirola. Magnificent employment data for the month of July that beat for the third consecutive month the record of Social Security affiliates in the municipality. The employment data provided by the INE shows that Benalmádena is one of the great locomotives in employment creation of the Costa del Sol. For the first time since the years of the real estate boom, unemployment has fallen below 14%, thanks to tourism and the confidence generated by our government team that attracts companies, allowing the creation of a technology hub in Solimar. We can say that the unemployment rate has reached a historic figure. The mayor valued the Social Security affiliation data and highlighted the benefits of the labor reform approved by the central government. On Social Security affiliation data, we can celebrate that for the first time in our history, more than 24,000 neighbors are registered, after an increase of 557 Benalmadenses during the month of July. This is almost 2,000 more neighbors than in August 2019, when we mark our highest figure until May this year. The labor reform allowed the creation of a large number of jobs, transforming precarious eventual contracts to a fixed and facilitating the worker the possibility to prosper. It has also caught our attention the number of unemployed under 25 years. Only 227 citizens of this bracket have not found a job, so we can almost speak of full employment in this age group. Navas took the opportunity to send a message to the opposition and the regional government. I want to send a message to the Junta de Andalucía and the opposition that demand that we join a youth employment that does not have much impact on Benalmádena and that is not even financed in its entirely by the Junta, forcing us to contribute 42% of the investment, more than 160,000 euros. This government team launched 2 employment plans with its own funds this same legislature. Finally, he highlighted our tourism potential and the attraction of foreign investment that generates. We've known the hotel occupancy data provided by AECOS. We have 13,500 hotel beds, 5,500 beds in apart hotels, and about 25,000 units in housing for tourist purpose, and in Benalmádena we exceed 86% occupancy, so that the nearly 40,000 beds are practically full during the months of July and August. Benalmádena is a municipality with enormous attraction and potential. From the government team, we continue working to generate the certainty and confidence that has allowed us to attract large investment in recent years.
The festivities of Virgen de la Cruz came to an end last week, and on Monday the delegation of festivities made a positive balance of the celebrations, thanking all those involved in the organization of the fair.
Festivities Councilwoman Pilar Ramírez spoke with the media last week at City Hall to take stock on the fair of Benalmádena, reviewing all the acts and events organized to celebrate the festivities in honor of the Virgen de la Cruz. Ramírez began by thanking our citizens and stressing that the balance is quite positive, without incidents during the development of the festivities. I want to start thanking all the people of Benalmádena. We lived together these 5 days of fair with great intensity and with a huge influx of public every night. This fair has always been characterized by being very familiar and welcoming, where the good atmosphere prevails. So much so that we have not had a single incident during all the festivities. The councilwoman emphasized the great attendance, stressing the desire that we all had to return to celebrate our festivities. We have enjoyed this fair of reunion long awaited after the years of pandemic with great attendance. We have been accompanied by great artists like Mojinos Escocíos, Paco Candela, El Canijo de Jerez, and Nino Vargas, as well as local orchestras and bands such as Nuevo Día, Sótano Sur, Querencia, Callejón, the choir of the Peña Virgen de la Cruz, and the animation of Los Papitos. She also spoke about the day fair, emphasizing the collaboration of business and associations to provide free breakfast and lunch every day. On the day fair, we had breakfast with Cafetería Churros and You, Antonio Beltrán, and Panificadora San Antonio. Traditional lunch offered by Peña de la Cruz and Cofradía del Cautivo, or the accompaniment of the Peña Caballista at the bar. As novelties, we have had a photo call located in the Plaza de las Tres Culturas, an expansion of the decoration with lights, banners and lanterns throughout the procession route, and also a greater number of prizes in the speed painting contest, ribbon races, or election of the Queen and the night of the fair. The councilwoman highlighted the procession very special because of the 60th anniversary of the Virgen de la Cruz. I have to highlight the final for the big day, August 15. A large flare of cold fireworks joined those that we held at the passage at Plaza de España, an explosion of white light as a gift for the 60th anniversary of the arrival of the new image of the Virgen de la Cruz to Benalmádena. I want to thank all the people who make these celebrations possible, the team of festivities, operational services, emergencies, police, firefighters, civil protection, and of course to each and every one of the people who help us keep our traditions alive.
The Association of Musicians from Benalmádena manages the municipal rehearsal rooms. Step by step, they are rehabilitating and keeping these spaces, which we had the opportunity to visit last week.
Youth Councilwoman María Isabel Ruiz and the technician Blas Correal visited last week the rehearsal rooms located at the fairgrounds of Los Nadales, where they've held a meeting with members of the Association of Musicians from Benalmádena, announcing that a second rehearsal room is almost ready. My area is very pleased to have this second rehearsal room, a proper space to rehearse, also facilitating the growth of the list of groups and artists who make use of this infrastructure. A few years ago, it was possible to condition the first room thanks to a collaboration agreement between the City Council and the association Sound and Music, and now, through a grant of €1,700, expand some spaces managed entirely by the association itself. All those interested in rehearsing in these premises must belong to the association and register. At the moment, there is already a waiting list, but the implementation of the second venue will allow more groups and artists to join the rehearsal schedule. Correal spoke about the grant that has led to the rehabilitation of this new space. The grant was proceeded in 2021, but for all the inconvenience caused by the pandemic, has not been able to condition the premises until now. What is really important is that, in the absence of small details, the premises are now ready for use. On behalf of the Association of Musicians of Benalmádena, Sol y Música, there were its president, Juan Antúnez, and the vocal Esteban Somosierra. Antúnez stressed the importance of the public administration's support for his collective. We are very happy to have this second rehearsal room after a long time of effort and work. We are an association of about 70 members, but little by little we are achieving goals like this one. Now we want to consolidate this space, and we set goals such as the organization of new concerts, courses and clinics of guitar and drums as we did in the past. Somosierra emphasized the work involved in fitting out the premises. We have had to carry out electrical, painting, insulation and air conditioning works so that the premises meet the necessary conditions to be able to open. We hope that from now on, more groups and solists of any musical style will contact us through social networks to join the association and thus be able to register on the waiting list.
The president of the Spanish Association Against Cancer in Benalmádena, Luisa Jiménez, and Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga presented this week a gala dinner with a classic Hollywood cinema theme.
The local branch of the Spanish Association Against Cancer present this week the gala dinner that will be organized on September 24 at the Estival Torrequebrada Hotel. The event, which is organized as a theme gala, it is the style of classic Hollywood movies, was presented on Tuesday by the president of the association in our town, Luisa Jiménez, and Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga. It is a solidarity dinner organized to please everyone and ensure an enjoyable evening for attendees. We have decided to move it to September this year to leave behind the hottest days. It will be a themed dinner, not a costume dinner, dedicated to classic Hollywood cinema in order to enhance the recreational nature of the event as well as the solidarity. The price of the dinner will be €80, and to facilitate the purchase of the ticket can also be made through entradium.com. Jiménez highlighted that this year they will give a recognition to those who always support them. As a novelty this year during the dinner, we will give a prize, which will be awarded to those people, companies or entities that always support us, distinguishing and thanking them for their solidarity and perseverance. The framework that Estival Torrequebrada offers us is wonderful, with a previous cocktail in the garden to enjoy the sunset. For her part, Ladaga valued this fun and cheerful event, highlighting that the proceeds will go to research projects. It will have a peculiar character. It will be a themed dinner with classic Hollywood cinema as a motif, with an entertaining and cheerful character. All proceeds from the event will go to cancer research, a fundamental aspect to advance the fight against this disease. A perfect opportunity to take out our best clothes, dressing in the style of Humphrey Bogart or Audrey Hepburn for a good cause.
And these are today's headlines. Navas visits the Norwegian School. Benalmádena keeps showing record employment data. Ramirez makes a positive balance of Benalmadena's fair. New improvements in the municipal rehearsal rooms. Solidarity dinner in a Hollywood fashion. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with skies with intervals of low clouds, more abundant on the coast, decreasing to partly cloudy during the afternoon and increasing cloudiness again in the late afternoon. Temperatures with little change, highs of 29 and lows of 22 degrees, light winds from the east or southeast, more intense at the end of the day on the west coast. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.